Our dream, our purpose, crafting up some dragonflies out of coffee table legs and some miscellaneous plywood. Hope you like it. Hit that subscribe button, hit your notifications, and leave comments, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm B from Our Dream, Our Purpose. And today is a garage day, but it's a little different than what we've done in the past. And normally you will see T working on crafts and things like that. We're going to work on some crafts today. And what we're going to work on today is I'm going to take this. This was a leg off of a little end table type of a thing. We're going to repurpose this, recycle it, and make this into a dragonfly. We're going to use some plywood. Got some thin plywood here. Going to make some wings out of it. We've got some coat hangers. Going to make some antennas out of it. Use a little bit of other wood to hold it together. But I'm going to show you how we're going to do it and go from there. All right. Starting off is really the plan of how we're going to do it. I got this leg. I wrote some things down, and really what I did is when I'm looking at a dragonfly, I wanted to understand my length. Now you can make anything you want, however you want. The wings designed differently. They can be twice as long as the body, however you want to do it. I basically looked at a lot of pictures and felt that this is a little over 10 inches long, and I thought my long wing, this shouldn't be this long, but let's say 8 inches. And I'm going to make my smaller wing 7 inches. So basically what I'm going to do is just draw out some wings, measure it up, and by doing that, what I did on paper is I basically took, okay, if I want to make it 8 inches, and you can kind of see a rough drawing here. I basically drew my line 8 inches here. This is 7 inches. I want it rounded at the end. So I actually just found some caps. This will be for my 8 inch. Made it rounded there, and then just drew the lines. Thought, oh, that works for me. Did the same with the smaller one, the little smaller cap. Drew it, so I have an idea of what I want. This thickness here is a little under 3 inches. So I'm going to take this board and I'm going to rip it down 3 inches so I can actually draw this on here and cut it out. All right, that's what we'll do first. All right, so I've already got the rip fence set for about 3 inches. The pieces we need and the thickest we need for the bigger wing is 3 inches. So we'll actually rip this down. This is long enough to where I can actually make all 4 wings, but I will cut it in half so we can actually draw on them at one time, save a little time, come over here and cut them all out. But we'll start with just ripping this down. All right, let's grab our piece, cut it in half. All right, we've made a mark just to cut it right in half. Pretty simple. All right, so we got our 2 pieces of wood here, and how we're going to do this is, like I mentioned, going to find flat edges. I'm going to use this corner. This is a little damaged, so I'm going to use this corner down here. And we want an 8. We want an 8 inch, but I also want 1.5 inches wide right here. So I'm going to make a mark 1.5 inches wide there. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to make a mark 8 inches. I'll do the same to the other side, but what we're looking for on the other side is actually an inch here. And then 7 inches out. And I'll do this on both of them. I'll draw it out. Essentially what I'm doing is I take this, I put it right up to the 7 inch mark, make sure I got a little space on that side. And I draw it around. I'll do the same over here. And then I just draw straight lines from this 1 inch mark to the top of the circle up here. Do the same over here. There we go. A larger one, smaller one. Now I'll do the same on this one. there we go. Got the wings cut out. And I like doing the wings. And again, you can do any design you want. I did this design, simple, I like it, but I like doing the wings first so I can actually work with the body and the wings and get a vision for it and go from there. So we'll go to the bandsaw, we'll cut these out. So we've got it all set up. 2 pieces of wood that we want to cut out. When I drew it to where I have a cut edge here already and a cut edge here on all 4 of them. So I'm really only cutting one side and around the curve. So we'll go ahead and do that and show you how it turns out. We go. We got them all cut out. This works really well. It's a bandsaw. You can use a scroll saw. You see me going back and forth a little bit around the edge because I've got a little thicker blade on it. It doesn't cut as fine. I could have taken more time, but again, these don't have to be perfect. But a scroll saw would have got it perfectly around. You can use a hand scroll saw, whatever you have, you can do it. I happen to have this saw, so I used it. So we'll go get these cleaned up and we'll start working on the body. All right, I'm gonna use this sander here. Just clean up around the edges. See some rough edges here. They're gonna paint them anyways, but let's get them cleaned up. I'm gonna use the round sander for cutting around the edges. Then you'll see me using this to clean up the final edges. Got them all cleaned up. Okay, we've got the wings. Essentially how they will lay out. Let's see. Like that, a little bit. These. Look this. A little bit. Just like that, and the body goes on. Just like that. So it's coming together. I can start to picture it now. A couple things need to do. I'm going to need to take the metal piece out of here. We'll actually take this to the sander, round it off, drill a couple holes for the antennas. But the bigger part is right in here. Basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a piece of 2x4, which is an inch and a half thick, and I'm going to drill a hole in it, and it's this size, about 1 5/8 inches. And the reason being, then I'll cut it in half so I can actually use that to go around here, attach to here, and then attach to the wings. And then they'll do the same. I'll use the same piece for here, but it'll be 1 inch, and you'll see me starting to work that now. But to get this out, these are normal. So this is a machine screw here that you bolt to the table, metal typically, but you'll have a nut that goes on there, holds the thing. But inside here, it's a screw thread inside. So typically just a pair of pliers. Now, if you have a vise, you can put it in a vise. I just grab it with the pliers, twist it, and it'll come out. All right, there you go. Put that aside. And I'll sand this off a little bit whenever we get over to the sander. I want to just curve this a little bit is really all I'm going to do. Everything else I'm going to kind of leave the same. But I like how it's looking. Just need to get that piece drilled out, cut, and then start putting it together. And I'll show you a little bit of that. It's tedious, takes a little bit of time. And again, you can do it however you want. I could screw these or nail these or however I want to attach them straight to this. I just want it to last a little longer. So the reason I'm putting that piece in, it gives it a flatter, more surface. I'll use glue and things like that. But you can do it however you want. This is just an idea, and this is just how I'm doing it. All right? All right, let's go make some blocks. This is a drill press I have set up. These are some blocks so I can cut into those before I hit the metal. I don't want to tear up the metal. And basically what I'm doing is I'm putting this in so it will cut down through. We'll cut down through it, then we'll cut it off and make 2 pieces. Give us a little light. All right, let's get to it. There we go. Pretty simple. We wanted this. Now we'll cut this. Boop, boop. One way. So we have 2 pieces that will actually work for what we're looking for. Got the blocks, basically drilled the hole and then cut them. Now it fits really good up at the top. Not as good down here. And this is somewhat at an angle, but that's okay. So what we'll do is actually cut the blocks so they're flat. When I put them on, screw them on, glue them, I'll actually sand it, try to get as flat as we can. Now you can have these as tall as you want. It's just the height of the wings, how far you want them off. And I'm not a huge fan of having them too high, to be honest. So, all right. All right, I'm back. Should be good now. Let's see how these go together. And what I found also is I use this set of pliers. Open them up a little bit. It actually holds that pretty good. So it doesn't move around on me as much. I actually think that's pretty good. Get some glue. What I went and got is an air hose. This is an air nailer, but it's real fine nails. It's really just to hold these in place. I'm going to use glue to glue these on. But I use the nails to hold it in place. I'll use a little glue in here. Like I mentioned earlier, you can do how you want it. I'm just putting the screws in here, the nails, to hold it in place. And I actually do throw a screw in later when I put the wings on, so you'll see that. But I just want to make sure it's pretty sturdy. Again, they're just tiny little nails. You can barely see maybe. It's just really to hold it in place while that glue is setting up. The same on this back piece. I put a little extra glue on the back piece. It's not as tight of a fit. We got that on. Now what we really only have to do is I'm going to get this, sand this a little bit, get this a little flatter, sand this top part up here, make it a little rounder. And then we'll come back over. We can drill the antennas. We can put the wings on. And then we just have to paint it. All right, let's go do some sanding. So all you're going to see me do here is I'm just going to clean up the end here. And I'm going to round this edge off just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a head look. And then I'm going to actually hit this on a flat sander and just kind of curve the edge, cleans the ends up a little bit. That's really it. Again, wasn't looking for a lot, just enough to clean it up, just to get it level, clean the edge up just a little bit. Now we'll put the wings on it and the antennas, and it'll be ready for paint. All right, we're back. Clean this up. Now we've got a flat surface to work with for the wings, so this should help us out. We'll put the wings on, then we'll lay it flat, and we'll put the, and again, this is how the wings are gonna go. So if you look at it just like this, essentially we're gonna put one here, angle up a little bit, here, angle down a little bit, and go from there. I do wanna put some glue on here. Again, you can do it how you want. You'll see I'm gonna use the nails, hold them in place, but I'm gonna put a couple small screws in just because I want to make sure it lasts a little longer. Okay. Put the first one in. I'm kind of eyeballing the center, but I want some to go up. There we go. And that's what it's going to look like. Painted, cleaned up a little bit, but I'm going to do one more thing to the wings. Actually, I'm going to drill right in the center, a little back. These are small screws. It's not very large, but I just want to go through the wing, through the wood piece we put there, the 2x4, and a little into this here, just for extra support. Again, all of this is going to be hidden because this will be what goes up against your wall, your put it on a tree, fence post, whatever you want to put it on. There we go. That's our dragonfly. Again, we'll paint it. I'm gonna put some antennas in there right now. And antennas, this is where the coat hanger comes into play. I'm just gonna use part of the coat hanger. Basically just a big pair of wire cutters. Cut it there. And you cut it however long you want. And then you can trim it up when you get out. I like leaving it long so we can put them in and then go from there. Look at this. This lines up. So I got this to match. It's pretty close. Now T will paint these, and she'll move these antennas around, angle them and stuff like that. So that's why I'm not worried as much about them, because she'll take care of that. I just want to get them to a certain length. She'll adjust the length however she sees fit, as long as I'm doing it to where it's close. So dragonfly, again, get these adjusted, angle them out more, cut them shorter, get it painted up, and we'll show you the final product. But that's basically what it was. We were able to do it here in just an hour or so. I had an idea beforehand, so it made it a little easier, but just something to give you guys an idea. You can do these things. Go out and do it. Have fun, enjoy, relax. Our environment is so stressful nowadays. Little things like this I enjoy doing. It helps relax me. If this is what relaxes you, do it. If not, find other things out there. We try to do a lot. If you watch the video and you say, hey, you know, I'd like to do something, I'd like to do something different, comment on it. Maybe we'll do it, and we haven't done it yet. Maybe we'll try doing it. Maybe we'll give you some ideas, or maybe you give us ideas. And if you've done this and you've done it different ways, let us know. We'll go from there, all right?
Here's a dragonfly you saw me made. T painted it up. Decided to make a second one as well. That's this one here. And T also painted that one. So here's both of them together. Had fun. If you like this project, like, subscribe, and hit those notifications. Thank you.